Let's cover an interesting topic today. How do you download data from TradingView and then use ChatGPT to give you answers about that data? Today, we will examine the IB range. What percentage of the time do we take out the high? What about the low? What about neither? What about both? Let's walk through and figure this out together. Okay, let's prepare our data. So I'm just going to turn off these sessions. And then we're going to make this chart a 1 hour chart. That way the first candle of each unique day tells us our IB range. And then we're going to ask those questions. So we've done that. Now what I want to do is I want to squish this as much as I can squish it to get as much data as I can in one download. And we'll download several times actually. So let's go here, and this is the important part, export chart data. And it's going to export that chart data. Beautiful. Now I find if I come way over here and I hold down the mouse and I slide this all the way over right there, it gives me the new set of data. Perfect. Let's export the data. Export. We're going to export as much data as it will give us to make our results as statistically significant as possible. All right, so that's all the data it'll give me. So let's download this. And that's usually what I find. It'll give me 3 full screenfuls of data. So that's why you wouldn't want to do this on a 1 minute chart. You're not going to get as many days. Here we got data all the way back to 2020. Not bad. All right, so let's go to part 2. So come into your ChatGPT, come into Explore GPTs and look for the advanced data analysis. You may not actually need it, but might as well tell ChatGPT we're going to be doing some data analysis. Then come here and click the paperclip and attach your 3 files that you downloaded and press enter. And Tradeovate and ChatGPT will merge those together. Merge all 3 files into one and convert the Unix time to readable format. Oh, I didn't press enter. All right, so we're going to tell it to merge all those 3 files into one, convert the Unix time, which is this first category here, into a readable format. And there we go. There's the readable format. It's now merged into all of them. You can download the new file right here if you decide you want to, or expand the view by clicking here. Now, I have done up some questions here that we're going to ask ChatGPT, so you don't have to watch me type. What's the difference between the highest high and the lowest low of each day? Give me the range. Give me the average for all days. 31.28. That is not correct. What is the difference between the highest high and the lowest low of each day? So maybe, and give me the average for all days. I'm going to do that again because one thing about ChatGPT now, it will sometimes give you different answers than it did the previous time. It says it can make mistakes. There we go. I was expecting 52. I knew it was 52. That's about the average range of ES on a daily chart. It's about 50 points. So that's a good test there of how we're doing. Now let's ask the next question. What is the difference between the high and the low of the first row for each day? Remember, we downloaded 1 hour chart. So this is for the first 1 hour of the day. 26 points right here, 26.18. So the average IB range, the first hour high, the first hour low is 26 points. Here, let's just ask it one more question here on this. Tell me the average for each day of the week rounded to the nearest whole number. So it'll spit out for each day here. Do we see anything statistically significant that's tradable? Not really. Monday, Wednesday looks the lowest, Friday looks the highest. Does that do anything for me? Not for me. But it's interesting that you can ask that question, right? So let's do another one. For each unique day, use the first row's high and low of each day as your benchmark. That's the IB high, the IB low. What percentage of the days did price go higher on that same day using the subsequent rows as your data points? 66% of the time, it takes out the high. Okay, well, what about goes lower? Let's try that. (61% of the time). So a slight edge to taking out IB highs over IB lows. To me, that's good data to have. Now, for each unique day, what percent of the price did not go higher nor lower? So it stayed inside of that IB range. What percentage do you think that is? It should be 2% or under, which is what my previous data revealed as well. So this is supporting, this data here is supporting my previous attempt at this type of data as well. It's staying consistent. So for each day, where did the price go higher than the high and lower than the low? So it took out the IB high and the IB low. This should be somewhere about 26%, 30%, somewhere in there. Let's see what it tells us. Approximately 29. Okay, 30% of the days, price took out the IB high and the IB low. So guys, this is a way you can download data from TradingView, put it in ChatGPT, ask it questions, and it will give you answers. I hope you found that fun and interesting. And if you had any feedback on this, just leave me a comment. And if you're looking for an ES MES futures trading group, check us out at microstrader.com.